अरे भाई, गरीब लोग बड़ा मस्ती करता है, ये लोग दुखी नहीं दिखता है। अमीर लोग में तो डिप्रेशन होता है, गरीब लोग में तो नहीं होता है। आप जब अमीर होते हैं तभी आपको डिप्रेशन हो सके। ये सब बेफजूल चूतिया बातें हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है। देयर इज अ थिंग लाइक $80,000 के ऊपर, यानी 80 लाख पर साल के ऊपर, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन हैप्पीनेस। बट अगर कोई मिडिल क्लास का बंदा एक सोसाइटी में रहता है जहाँ पे कुछ लोग अमीर हैं, कुछ लोग उससे गरीब हैं, he aspire to become the richer, he want to become a richer person, but as soon as he crosses the bracket, then the things comes is he want to change the society, and again this cycle repeats where which each shift in the society he has some people earning less than him and some people earning more than him. So this is the endless cycle of finding happiness. Means you want to get into the privileged group, but you end up being in this stuck in the cycle. So अभी जो जंतर मंतर में हुआ, मैं टॉपिक वाज जस्ट दिस, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि गरीब और अमीर डिप्रेशन नहीं होता है। जस्ट दैट गरीब पीपल हैव देयर ओन स्ट्रगल, अमीर पीपल हैव टू, बट गरीब पीपल हैव टू सर्वाइव, अमीर पीपल जस्ट फैंसीज those terms. Anyway, मुझे इसके अंदर बात नहीं करना था। जो जंतर मंतर में हुआ was a surprising thing. Really? मेरे लिए ऐसा नहीं है, because we have elected a criminal as our PM. अरे भाई, तो फिर से 2002 गुजरात राइट्स का बात कर रहा हूँ, because it is a thing like there are thousands of people died. Not only Muslim but Hindu, and the atrocities done to Muslims were gruesome. It was as in, the movie shows what happens during the independence or barbaric times. Those kind of things happened in 20th century in the state of Gujarat under power of BJP when the CM was Modi. So how it started? हम लोग सबको पता है कि it started from Kodra train burning case, where ट्रेन जब जा रहा था उसका S5 S6 पे मुस्लिम लोग अटैक किए and they burned it, but इन्वेस्टिगेशन में पता चला कि बर्निंग का कॉज अंदर का कोई लीकेज प्रॉब्लम था। उस पर भी डिबेट है, मैं उस पर नहीं जा रहा हूँ, बट ठीक है। बट इसका ये मतलब है कि you like get into a beast mode and starting massacre multitudes of Muslims. That is wrong, that is very wrong. And whatever happened in Jantar Mantar, I mean, I just got the news that the education minister Prasad, I don't know his name, he resigned, and it's a good thing. But so did he take this much time? Does it require this much time? No, क्योंकि हम लोग का पावर में क्रिमिनल्स हैं, हम लोग इलेक्ट किए क्रिमिनल्स को। लाइक वी आर नॉट इलेक्टेड पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज, वी हैव इलेक्टेड क्रिमिनल्स एज आवर गवर्निंग सुपीरियर। हम लोग को जो गली गुंडे से हम लोग डरते हैं और सोचते हैं कि भाई एक बीजेपी लाएगा, हिंदू लोग आएगा और फिर गुंडे को परेशान करेगा। नहीं, अब गुंडों का बाप को अपने CM PM का पोजीशन पे रखे हो। आई बिलोंग फ्रॉम द स्टेट ऑफ वेस्ट बंगाल एंड आवर Sumendu, he is also a criminal, he is a bride khore, he takes brides, and the PM is a criminal again. The rights, I'm not going to into the nits and grits, the ups and downs of Gujarat, but whatever happened in Gujarat, that had happened. It happened in the supervision of PM Modi, and PM Modi shouldn't be even allowed to step into the world of politics, but here he is from CM to PM. Fucking the irony. मीन्स ऐसा राइट्स के बाद सब लोग का डिमोलिशन होता है, दे गेट लेस अपग्रेडेड एंड ही कंट्री। आई एम राइटिंग दिस थॉट बिकॉज अंदर पे जो भी हो, लाठीचार्ज, बच्चे मर गए एंड द ब्लड बाथ्स means the government is not learning, the government is not changing, but today I think the democracy has won because we have got one extremely powerful person out of the position and हम लोग को momentum carry on करना है, means we don't want to lose it. Okay, अब हम लोग को अभी फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर को भी रिजाइन करना चाहिए, डिफेंस मिनिस्टर को भी रिजाइन करना चाहिए। मोदी एंड अमित शाह आर ऑन डिफरेंट लीग, बट अगर उन लोग का मिनिस्ट्रीज को हटा जाएंगे तो हम लोग में थोड़ा कम करप्शन होगा कि भाई सबसे ऊपर वाले तो बच जाएंगे, हम लोग का लग जाएगा, इसलिए उसे भी बेटर। We ought to be better. That with the mentality developed in the political parties. And anyway, that's it. And I'm really happy today of whatever has happened, whatever outcome we gained from the protest happened at Jantar Mantar. सो गुजरात राइट्स में तो आपको पता है कि कैसे कैसे लोगों को मारा, ठीक है। बट 24 घंटा के बाद वहां पे एक, मुझे याद है, आर्मी आए थे विद 3000 of his soldiers and they were not provided any land support. मतलब वो गाड़ी उड़ी दिया नहीं गया था, तो they could not participate in defending the rioters, means not defending the rioters but the victims. Anyway, दूसरा चीज, एक IAS ऑफिसर भी था who was detained wrongfully. एक कमीशन में एक जज को wrongfully life imprisonment दे दिया था because they find BJP at guilt. Means I don't remember names because as a lore I have read it, but thank you a lot.
Enthusiasm and spontaneity. This is what charisma is all about. It cannot be faked. You can try as much as you like, but you cannot fake charisma. It is a spark that ignites everybody around you. And Sam Manekshaw ignited the spark in us by a short talk of 2 minutes. Well, we fought the 1971 war. I was in the Battle of Tanaut, and we had on 3rd of December, Pakistani regiment surrounded the post, fired like anything at us, and I was in the gun position, which was a kilometer behind. And there was a barbed wire fence which we had put around the post. The Pakistani thought it was a minefield and didn't come any further. Next morning, we called in the Air Force and the Pakistani regiment was destroyed. We pushed on after that. We pushed on after that and occupied territories in Pakistan. There are 1 or 2 lessons which I learned. One is during a flag meeting with the Pakistani colonel who was opposite us. My commanding officer went. It was only the commanding officer, so he asked me to dress up as his driver. So I abandoned my badges of rank and went with him. And what do we see? From the other side, an obese Pakistani colonel emerged with a soldier holding an umbrella for him. Now that is something which would be unimaginable in the Indian Army. And that is the source of our strength. During one of the days at the post, some khaki-clad figures came into the gun position. The sentry didn't shoot them, luckily, because we were also wearing khaki, but it was strange. And they came up, they says, "Don't shoot. We are Bengali officers." So 3 of them, we received them, and they were repatriated to Bangladesh to fight with the Mukti Bahini. I have served many, many years in the Northeast, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura, South Assam, you name it, facing insurgents of all shades and varieties. There is also, I realize that, there's a tendency to mistreat captured insurgents. I think that's the worst mistake a soldier can do. Have you heard of a thing called Stockholm Syndrome? I'll tell you about it. Stockholm Syndrome was coined because an American millionaire's daughter, Patty Hearst, was kidnapped by the group of insurgents in a place called Stockholm. And the world was very surprised that the next day, Patty Hearst had joined her captors in a raid on a bank. And the world was wondering what's happened to this girl, how she suddenly switched over loyalties. It is nothing but the Stockholm Syndrome. That says that when you capture somebody and that person expects to be ill-treated, beaten, and put to death, and you don't do it, you don't mistreat a captured person, that person feels that he or she owes his life to you and gets won over. So we had issued orders that there'll be no mistreatment, no torture to captured insurgents. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, these same insurgents gave us very, very valuable intelligence in which we conducted very, very successful operations. I was also flown in March 2002 into Ahmedabad. I was given one order by the Chief of Army Staff. He says, "Zamir, get your troops into Ahmedabad and make sure that you curb the rioting." It had been going on for about 5 or 6 days. 59 flights brought in 10,000 troops. We, within 24 hours, by firm action, had put an end to all rioting. It only shows that resolve is the only thing that matters. If you want to end a riot, you can, provided there's resolve. You would be wondering why soldiers are given 2 months annual leave. Some people say
Prominently Muslim neighborhood have similar stories, how their men were rounded up, detained and arrested nearly 9 years ago. And their case centers around this one incident. It was 2002. A train was set on fire in the city of Godhra. Inside, there were Hindu pilgrims. 59 of them died in that attack. Right-wing politicians blame Muslims living in this area, and India saw its worst sectarian violence in years.
It was here on these railway tracks almost 9 years ago, on a perfect spring day, that Godhra was to change forever. Nobody really knows what led to the events of that train being burnt or who were behind it. But what's clear is that hundreds of families of both Hindu and Muslim faiths continue to pay the price for it every single day, and now they're waiting for some closure.
Hindu families living in a neighboring town also want this painful chapter closed. Prakash's wife was one of the 59 who were killed inside that train.
This incident was used by politicians for their own gains. We don't blame any specific community for the attack. And no one should go through what we've been through.
The legal outcome of this case is uncertain, and so is just how a small Indian town and its families, Muslim or Hindu, will ever come to terms with what happened here. Prerna Surya, Al Jazeera, Godhra.